minus, it's gonna be positive.
Exactly. So we have negative and negative, right? So in this question, we have to note that this is 12 plus 34 minus negative 34. So first of all, we have to change here. We note that we have negative and negative, right? So we will write the question. It will be 12 plus 34 plus 34, right? So in this question, we have different sign or all of them have the same sign? So we need a t-shirt or all of them it's adding? Huh?
It's
No,
all adding.
It's all adding. So do we have to use a t-shirt?
No.
No, because all of them are adding with the same sign. So we are going to add all of them together. So the answer, it will be equal. We will start 2. This is 2 plus 4, 6 plus 4, 10, 0, and carry 1. 1 plus 1, 2 plus 3, 5 plus 3 equal 8. Then for the first question, it will be equal 80. Let's move to the next one. And this part is very important to know how we are going to represent numbers by integer shapes. Is there anyone can tell me how we are going to represent the integer chips in this one? He said what? He said 5 multiply by negative 2. This
it's
means
gonna be 5 sets, and every set have 2.
we can put 5 sets and in every one we have 2. We said that this is the number. This is the number which we are looking for. And this negative 2, which means it will repeat negative 2 times. Nothing called repeat negative 2 times, right? For this reason, we are going to just remove a negative sign. So we can say negative 5 times 2, right? So in this case, I want to repeat negative 5. How many times? How many times we want to repeat it?
2.
2 times. So we are going to draw, we will draw 2 large circles. 1, 2, and in each of them, we are going to put what? How many? 1, 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry. 1, 2. I'll draw by pen, it's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And in the other one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. We didn't put what? Remember grade 7, we didn't put what? Huh? We didn't put the
We didn't put the signs.
Yes, so we have to put the sign for each one. It will be negative. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the answer by the end it will be equal how many? Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Negative 10.
And so
It
the
will be
answer
negative
will be
10.
equal negative 10. Okay, so note that from the beginning, he said 5 times negative 2, which means repeat 5 negative 2 times. Nothing called negative 2 times. The time or the number which we are going to repeat, it should be a positive number. For this reason, we said that we are going to remove only negative 2, the first number, so it will be negative 5 times 2. Then that means that we have two big circles, and in each circle we are going to fill it by by 5 circles. The second one, could you please try to do it by yourself? -5 times 3. That means what, grade 7? That means what? -5 times 3.
Three groups of -5.
Exactly, 3 large groups, right? And we are going to put or to fill each one by -5. So I have, this is the first group, second group, and third group. In each one, we are going to fill it by a small, how many in each group? 1,
5.
-5.
2, 3, 4, 5, right? And in this one, I'm sorry because they are not the same because I'm drawing by my hand. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we have to write now? What we have to write? If I'm going to keep it like this, it will be
Sign.
negative sign, exactly. So we have to add a negative sign for each one. The answer by the end, it will be how many, grade 7? The answer by the end,
-15.
it will be equal -15. Excellent. Right, let me ask you a question. If you have -5 times -3, so this is the answer, and then I will move with you with another part. What about if the question was -5 times -3? So what we have to do? What about if the answer was -5 times -3? How we can represent this one?
15.
Yes, positive 15. And how we are going to answer by integer shapes? How we are going to count it? How we will represent it? Let me show you something. If you have -5 times -3, we will ignore a negative sign, which means we will say that negative times negative equal positive. Then we are going to take the opposite operation. Okay? Then in case if you have the first one is negative, the second one is negative, so you will multiply negative times negative at the beginning, and then you will change the number. You will make two groups. Let me write the question for you. If you have -3 times -2, -3 times -2. So we have to work with the negative sign at the beginning, which means you have negative and negative, right? So we will use the opposite operation, which means the answer should be equal positive. And we have another way, which is 0 pair, but it will be a long way. But in this case, we can just calculate negative times negative, it will be equal positive. And I'm going to make two groups. And in each group, we have to put how many inside it? We have to put how many inside, lovely students? 1,
3.
2, exactly 3. Okay, and the other one I have 1, 2, 3. And the answer by the end, it will be equal positive 6. Okay, then for any question related to multiplication, if you want to work with algebra, with integer shapes, so take care about the second number, because this one, it will guide us to know how many times you are going to repeat the first number. If you have a second number is negative, so we will transfer the number to the first number, the sign to the first number. But if we have both are negative, so we have to say that this one, it will be the opposite sign. Negative times negative, it will be positive. So I'm going to work with positive sign. So we can write here that this one, it should be positive, and the rest also, they should be positive. Okay, so this is for multiplication. What about if we want to work with addition and subtraction? What we have to do, grade 7? Could you please remind me? Let's move to the next question down here. What about if you have 5 plus -4?
We're gonna make 5 circles positive and 4 circles negative, and cancel each two together.
Exactly. So we can put both of them in a big rectangle like this. And inside it, we are going to put 5 positive. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And those, there will be what, positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. Okay, and then we are going to choose another 4 that will be negative. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. With adding and subtracting, I can make something here at the beginning. I can put a key for your answer, and instead of writing positive and negative, if you have two different colors, so if you are in exam and you want to use two different colors, instead of writing positive and negative, so you can make like this from me at the beginning, and then you will put for me that this one means positive and this one means what? And this one means negative. Okay, so you don't need to write again positive and negative. Now we want to cancel. So how you are going to cancel? I'm going to cancel one positive with one negative, 0 pair, one positive and one negative, 0 pair, one positive and one negative, and also one positive and one negative. By the end, how many? Could you please tell me the rest here? How many circles?
One circle.
One circle. Positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. So the answer, it will be equal what? Equal 1 positive, right? So this is how you are going to represent the integer trips with with addition. Let's move to the next question. Is there anyone can tell me what we have to do first? It's -5 plus -6. What we have to do first? We will draw what?
We will draw 5 negative circles and then 6 negative circles.
Yes, and we are going to put them in a rectangle like this. And then second, we have to put the key that both they will be negative. So I'm going to draw only a key for, it's up to you to draw the circle, but don't forget only to write for me, this key means what? So here I put this one and I'm going to put a negative inside it. So which means the blue circle now, it will guide us to know that we have how many? We have this circle means negative. So for the first one, sorry. I have, oh my God. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then down I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and we will change here up. We will put this one, and we are going to erase this one to write that our key was negative. Okay, so we will count now. We have two different groups, or we have same groups? Two different groups.
We have the same groups.
We have the same groups. So in this case, we are going to add, or we will subtract?
Add.
We are going to add, right? And we can note that this one I have negative, and I can go here. I will take the second negative together. So this is negative and this is negative. So we will add, right? We will not change the sign, but the first one is negative, the second one is negative. So we have same group. Then we will add. This is not like the multiplication. I'm talking about addition question. Did you see the sign at the middle? It's negative, it's add, so we have to, this is addition operation. Did you understand this, what I mean? Okay, so this is negative and this is negative. So all the circles inside the rectangle, we have the same sign. So the answer, it will be equal how many by the end? The answer
Negative 11.
is negative 11. Thank you so much. Okay. So this is for the first part. If you want to add or subtract, or if we want to multiply by using integer shapes. Any questions so far till this part? Any question? Hello?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Next, we will move to the second part, which is order of operations. This part. Use order of operation to solve. Did you remember the sentence? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sahar. Did you remember? Please donated for what? LP donated for what?
Parentheses.
Parentheses, thank you. E, excuse E, means?
Exponent.
Exponent. And then we said, please, we can write, or the word bindas, please excuse my dear Aunt Sahar. Okay, so please excuse my dear Aunt Sahar. LP for the parentheses, LE for exponent, and sometimes we can donate it by power, both are the same. Exponent. I'm sorry. And M for what? Donated for what? M.
Multiplication.
Multiplication. And D for division. A for addition, and S for subtraction. But remember that we have a multiplication and division, they are one group. Which one will come first? Which one will come first? We have to use it in your left hand. Okay? So the parentheses and exponent, this is compulsory to start with the parentheses and then exponent. It depends on the order. But multiplying and dividing, we will move from the left to the right side. Which one it will come first, you have to start with. Okay, and the same with the second group, which is adding and subtracting. So look at this question. Do you have any parentheses in the question? Do you have any parentheses? Yes or no? No, we don't have. But we have exponents. Where is the exponent?
Yes.
Question. Which one?
2 to the power of 4.
2 to the power of 4. Exactly. So we have 2 to the power of 4 means repeat 2 4 times. Repeating multiplication is not addition. So it's 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16. So the first one, it will be 16. And all the rest of the operation should be the same. Divided by 8 plus 8, right? look at the chart or look at the rule and tell me which operation it will be the second one. So I have 16 divided by 8 plus 8. Look at the chart. Parentheses, we don't have. Exponents, done. Multiplying and dividing. Which, do you see anyone from the left to the right? You have one from those two operations?
Yes.
Which is?
2 to the power of 4 divided by 16 or divided by 8 or like 16 divided by 8.
Thank you so much. So we have to start with 16 divided by 8. So 16 divided by 8, it will be how many? It will be equal to 2 plus 8. So the answer by the end, it will be how many? So the answer by the end, it will be equal what?
10.
Right? And we have the second question. Which one we will start? Let me ask you a question first. 2 and then a parentheses 2 plus 3 to the power of 2. Which sign we have before 2 and the parentheses? It's addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? This one is what? The sign before the number, and then you have a parentheses directly
Multiplication.
Multiplication. Thank you so much. Okay, then here we have a parentheses. So all the rest of the numbers, they will be the same. So we have 27. We will write it the same, and then plus, keep it the same, and 2, keep it the same, and open a parentheses. We have 2, and inside the parentheses, we have 3 to the power of 2, which means 3 times 3. So it will be how many? It will be equal 9. Now we have to simplify what? Grade 7. We have to simplify what? The parentheses.
We have to do 2 plus 9.
Okay, so we have to do 2 plus 9. So we have 27, it will be the same, don't forget. Plus 2, and now I can change this parentheses to be multiply. 2 plus 9, it will be equal 11. Now, which operation we have to work with? Which operation we have to work with? Addition or multiplication?
Multiplication.
Multiplication, thank you. So we are going to keep 27 the same. Plus 2 times 11, it will be 22. And then we will add them together. So this is 7 plus 2, it will be equal 9. And 2 plus 2, it will be equal 4. Right? So in order of operations, please don't try to answer all of them directly because this is called order. So how we are going to solve the question? We are going to follow the rule which is in front of you now, the word bindas, or you can remember the sentence, please excuse my dear Aunt Sahar. Let's continue. We have here, this is another type of number line. In this question, I don't want you to represent on the number line, but I give you the question and you are going to tell me which question. You can see it here in front of you. So in this one, which number did you start with? Which number did you start with? Look at the number line, please, and tell me which number do you have?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. So we have at the beginning, I have negative 2. Those two numbers in front of you move in the same side or different side? Different side, sorry.
Same side.
Same side. So we are going to add because they move in the same side. What is the second side? Oh, second number? Second number is?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. Thank you. Okay, so how we will translate a number line to be a question? You are going to read the first number. So we have negative 2. And then they move in the same sign, which means we add. And then we have to write the second number, which is negative 3. they both stopped on -5, which means the answer was -5. Okay, let's move to the next question. Use integer chips, but this time we will not use add or subtract or multiply. This one is division. So how we are going to represent by using integer chips. Take care about the second number. Second number, it will help us to know how many groups do you have. So in this one, how many groups do you have, grade 7? I have
7.
7 groups. So quickly, you are going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you will start to distribute the 35 inside the 7. First, negative divided positive, it will be what? Negative divided positive, it will be what?
Negative.
Negative. So 35 divided by 7. You can say that you are going to distribute, which means you can start with put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you will continue 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then you will continue to fill all of them. But if you know how you can, 35 divided by 7, it will be 5. So you have 5 in each group. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the same 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 4, 5. And then the same 3, 4, 5. So the answer by the end for this question, it will be equal. For each group now, how many do you have inside it? I have -5. Okay, the next question, it has the same idea. -18 divided by 2, you are going to draw 2 big circles and you will distribute the 18 over it to know the answer. Okay, any question in this part? Grade 7?
No.
Let's move to the next part, which is multiplication and addition, and please take care about the sign. For this part, you have -12 times 14, so this is a normal multiplication, but negative times positive should be equal negative. For the next question, you have 2 numbers comes after each other, then you have to change it into positive, which means you have -22 plus 83, and here you have 2 different groups, right? So in 2 different groups, so you have to subtract. Those 2, you have negative and negative. So we will add, and the answer should be equal negative. In this one, it's a division. So don't afraid from when the number is large, but in this one you have 140 and you have 50, so we can cancel 0 with 0, and then you have 14 divided by 5. Then it will be equal 2. 2 divided by 5, it will be equal 10. And the remainder, it will be equal 4. 4 is not enough, so we can put dot 4 up, and then you will drop 0 down, so you have 8. So the answer by decimal, it will be -2.8. Okay, what about if you don't want to answer the question by decimal and you want by a fraction? Okay, we said at the beginning that we cancel 4 with 4. So we have 14 divided by the answer for sure, it will be equal to 14 divided by 5, it will be equal to, and we have a remainder equal 4 out of 5. Okay, so this is if you want to write the answer in mixed number or in decimal number. Remember, when you have a repeating number, for this question, write the rational number as a decimal. Could you please tell me which two numbers we can cancel them before you will start to answer this question? The question was -3/11. -3/11. You can see the sheet grade 7.
Yes, but also, Miss, we took this yesterday.
Yes, yes. I'm repeating to don't forget. Okay? So this one, and also I'm explaining for the online students which they didn't attend with us yesterday. So in this one, -3/11, which two numbers we have to cancel them? We will not look at them if you will start to answer. Which two numbers? Which two choice? Huh? Which two choice you will cancel them? Yes, Dana.
C and A.
C and A, thank you so much. C and A, we will not look at them. Why, Zena?
Because both of them are not negative.
Because both of them are not negative, both of them are positive, and the question was negative. So we can take 2 out. I will not care about those two numbers, and we are going to look at the rest. Okay? You can find the answer directly without calculating 3/11, Yazena, like we made yesterday in our class. Which one will be the right answer?
B.
B. Thank you. Why? Why you didn't choose D?
Because B is less than 1, and the equation itself, like 3/11, it's less than 1.
It's less than 1, exactly. And already we don't have any. Yes, and we don't have any integer numbers here. Before it was only 3/11, right? So it's less than 1. But this one, it's -3.11. No, for sure, this one, it will not be the right answer. But this one, -0.27, repeating number, not that we have a bar over 27. Do you remember how we can change this one as a repeating number to be a fraction? Did you remember how we are going to make it? We will use 27 and the decimal point after how many digits, lovely students? The decimal number after how many digits?
2, and it will be 27/99.
Thank you so much. So we said once you have a decimal number after 2 digits, so the denominator it should be 299. If the decimal number after 1 digit, so it will be over 9. After 3 digits, over 999, and so on. Now we have to simplify. So both of them can be divisible by 9. So the answer, it will be equal 3/11. And don't forget that we have a sign negative, so the answer should be equal negative. Okay, we solved all these questions yesterday, but let me also, I want to check with you something else before our time end. Does there anyone have any question? Any question, grade 7? Anyone have any question? Okay, if I have 0.36 divided by 0.6. Let me say something. Did you remember what the meaning of reciprocal? What's the meaning of reciprocal, grade 7? If I have 3/4, so the reciprocal, it will be what? 4/3. It's called what? Reciprocal. Okay? reciprocal. Okay, so the reciprocal, we have to flip the number 3 over 4, it will be 4 over 3. Okay, what about if you have negative 5 over 6? Huh? Who will answer? What is the reciprocal for negative 5 over 6?